Hey folks. Well, I started working on this Wingnut Wings Sopwith Pup on May 29th, and I finished the model this morning when I glued on the last 6 pieces of rigging wire. So 17 or 18 days has to be a record for me in terms of quickness, especially since I had an unexpected 6-day trip to Wyoming that kept me away from the workbench. Here it is. It's not a perfect build, but in all my years, I'm pretty sure I've never built a totally error-free model. Now that being said, I'm pleased. And most, if not all, of the minor glitches are artfully hidden, I hope. So what can I say about Wingnut Wings kits that hasn't been said by others many times before? Let me just paraphrase Tina Turner's song. They're simply the best, better than all the rest. Some notes and lessons for me for future Wingnut Wings builds. First, read the instructions, read them again, and keep checking them. I know I don't suffer from dyslexia when it comes to reading a book, but I sure have a talent for inverting pieces no matter how many times I've checked the pictures. Second, I've got to remember that when I think pieces are duplicates and interchangeable, if they have different parts numbers, they are indeed different, no matter what my eye is telling me. Third, it might not be a bad idea for me to use magnifiers when I'm looking at the diagrams. The Wingnut Wings instructions are world class, but there are some really tiny and intricate pieces that require exact fit and everything has to be in the right way. And if you look closely enough, you will see that in the pictures. Fourth, I'm sure that Tamiya XF paints are going to be my go-to paints for RFC and RNAS scouts. Of course, I'll keep using the Vallejo Model Air and the AK Interactive Air acrylics for these warbirds. Fifth, I'm probably not going to be using the wonderful 1/48 scale SBS flat rigging wire for future 1/32 builds. Now the size is right, it's easy to fit, but it's not quite as rigid as I'd like, and it can bend out of shape if you just look at it the wrong way. Okay, I'm exaggerating. I have to admit that the bends and kinks that are on some of those pieces resulted from inadvertent bumps thanks to my less than steady hands. And finally, I'm very happy that Wingnut Wings takes the fear out of fitting a top wing onto the struts. Now, I haven't built a Gota or a Felixstowe. Both are way over my pay grade, literally and figuratively. So maybe I shouldn't be so hasty in that assessment, but this part of the build was an absolute joy. I hope I'll feel the same way when or if I get to the Wingnut Wings Air Code DH2. Hey, even if I don't get around to that model this year, I'm pretty sure I'll paint up the Leno Hawker figure. I really enjoyed building this plane. I think the little pup is one of the more elegant of the Great War biplanes. It's not as well known as its stubby cousin or brother, the Camel, but in my opinion, it's a lot prettier. Now it'll be on to the False D3 or perhaps the Albatross D5. I'm not sure which, maybe I'll have to flip a coin. After I paint a few more pilot figures, of course. And if you've stuck with all of this, let me just try and move this around to get a little bit of a view of the plane. Here we go. Oh, I wish I knew how to do slideshows, but that would require learning some video editing, and I'm just not ready to try that. So bear with me, and we'll turn it around, and hopefully a little bit of this will be in focus. Okay, thanks all for watching. See you soon.